Hey guys, it's Nadia from liadiadesigns, and today I'm back with another quick and easy tutorial. So today we're going to be using this holographic window film once again. I've used it in a previous video, so I'll link that above if you want to see what that is and get a bit of more of explanation of how I learned about this technique. So I'm going to be placing it right directly into my mold. There's no resin in the mold yet. It's just the window film sticks to the mold just from static cling. So there's no adhesive or anything. So it's going to be easy for us to get it removed later on. And I have my resin already mixed up, and I've actually mixed a little tiny bit of it with some of my favorite champagne gold glitter. And as always, I will be linking the products that I'm using in the description below this YouTube tutorial. So just make sure if you're looking for links or for discount codes that you check there. So I'm just going around the edge here to add a little bit of that glitter, just so we have a little bit of that sparkle that you guys know I love. So, and then we will be adding our resin. And we're gonna be pouring this slowly so that we're not kind of creating too many bubbles or anything like that. So, and we're going to be pouring a thin layer just along the bottom to cover the bottom because we need to add our decorations to the tray. So once we get that done, we're going to go ahead and heat it with our heat gun, and then we'll be ready to start adding in our decorations. Okay, so we're all set to start adding our decorations, and today I'm going to be using these butterflies and a few dried flowers. And all of these I found on Amazon, and they come in some great packages where there's lots of options. And I've just selected a few that I think I wanted to use for the color palette of this piece. So we're going to be using some yellow and white and some pink, and of course a little bit of green. And we want this to just kind of be a very whimsical piece. So we're going to be placing the flowers kind of sporadically around the edges and adding in our butterflies as well. Butterflies are printed on a plastic type material, almost like an acetate material. So they will be see-through in the resin. And so we'll go ahead and add a few more flowers around, and then we'll be adding the butterflies. So I'm going to go into a time lapse so you guys can watch, and we'll see you on the side. Okay, so we're just finishing up here, and as you saw, once we finished laying in our butterflies and flowers, we just covered them with the leftover resin because we wanted to somewhat fill the tray. It wasn't quite full, maybe about 3/4 of the way full. And now we're going to let this sit. And for my resin, which normally cures in about 8 to 10 hours, I will be coming back in about 3.5 to 4 hours to check to see if it's ready to start shaping. So usually it's about half of the time that your resin normally takes to cure is when you want to come back and check on it for if it's ready to start to be unmolded and to shape. So again, mine's 8 hours to 10 hours, so I'll be coming in at about that 3.5 to 4 hour time mark. So you may need to come back a couple times to check it, but you'll know when it's ready, and we'll discuss that in the next section. Okay, so it's been about 4 hours and I'm able to touch the top of this without leaving any fingerprints. So that's how you kind of know that you're ready to take it out of the mold and shape it. It's a little bit flexible still, and that's what you want as well. Mine's a little bit on the stiffer side from what I would prefer, but it's still going to work perfectly fine. And as you can see on the back, the film is still there. We'll be removing that later on. So now I'm going to be using these little bouncy balls. Now this is something that a few people have suggested to me to try. So we're going to do that. And again, my resin was a little bit stiffer than I would prefer. So I'm just going to take a little bit more effort for me to push it down. So I'm going to kind of shape it, and then I'm going to put a weight in the center to kind of push the middle down. And that should help us to get the shape that we're looking for. So as you can see, I'm pressing down the center. And then I'm going to be using a silicone cup that I have to kind of, push down that centerpiece. And then I'm using a wooden board, one of my cheese boards, to add a little bit of weight. And also I have these extra cups because it was still a little bouncy. So we added those as well. Okay, so it's the next morning, and now we're ready to see how everything has firmed up. So we'll remove the cups and the board, and also our little silicone cup as well. And I was using the silicone cup because I didn't really want to leave any marks in the center of my resin because it still would leave an impression. And as you can see, it did actually leave a couple little scuff marks. I'll show them a little closer here. So there's a couple little scuff marks in there. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to pour a little bit of resin in there as well to just see if I can get rid of those. So we'll be doing that. But before we do that, I want to remove this film from the back of our tray. So again, you can see I'm just gently taking this X-Acto blade to get in between the resin and the film, and making myself a little spot so I can stick my finger in there and just pull this film right off. And there you go. You see how easily it actually can pull off from the resin. Just a little spot that got stuck underneath this section of resin there. So, and we're all set. There we go. So I'm going to go fix the center, and I'll be back. And here's our final piece. I was able to fix the center, and just look at how beautiful this holographic film impression looks on the resin. It just shines with that lovely rainbow effect. I hope you guys really like this tray. As you can see, it was a really easy process for such a beautiful piece in the end. So if you do like this video, don't forget to comment and like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!